Hey guys, so we are just recreating this photo here over on the left, and we're just going to get the same edit. So I'll walk you through all the settings. I'll try to explain the reason behind making adjustments and how the tools work. Okay, so this photo is from Gabriel, really smooth cinematic style, desaturated warm tones that we're going to try to achieve. So we're really lucky to have his raw image, and we're just trying to recreate the exact same edit that he has done, and we're going to learn Lightroom and the process of doing that to show you start to finish what's going on. Okay, so settings, we're 18mm, really wide, 2.8, so there's a little bit of like the background still kind of sharp because we're so wide, and then low ISO, don't need any more light, 2.8, so there's a little bit of softness to the foreground and the background, and then a pretty slow shutter but plenty fast for a sharp photo. So let's get into all these tools. I just want to show you that these filters are already done. Okay, so that's the only things that are already done. I've just, for learning purposes, I have them already done here. So I'm going to show you later on throughout the edit the role these filters play. So they're already done because it just makes this process a little hard to follow if they're not already done. Okay, so we will revisit these filters. Okay, so we've just got this one down the bottom here, and then we've just got this one in the top left, what role all these tools play throughout this edit. Okay, so style is all about smoothness. So we're going to bring down the highlights here. We're going to bring down the whites. Now drop the contrast up to black. So we're just really, we've got a lot less contrast now. Shadows, you can see how flat our image is now. And we're also going to do some work in the curves. So we need this fade down here. Let me just quickly do a shape and then I'll explain it. Okay, so we've got this nice fade here, and let's just really quickly do an S curve. And then I'm just gonna copy, paste, paste. Okay, let's just revisit this curve. So we've got the blacks over here, and we've got the whites over here. We are brightening the blacks, and that's how we get that fade. Okay, so we've got a really heavy fade over here in his image, and we just need to mimic that fade. Okay, fade. That's why we've got this shape. Okay, and then in the mids, so we are brightening the midtones here. I'm going to try to keep this kind of flat because he's got a really strong fade. See how that fade just got really strong? It's because like we're creating a lot of flatness here. So something like this. Let's just turn these on and off. We might have to like brighten our image a little bit. I'll also make sure I turn on profile corrections. So that brightened our image a lot as well. Maybe we should have done that at the very beginning, but same things apply. So we are creating this fade again, and we're reducing the whites because we want that really flat cinematic look, high dynamic range. And while we're here, and just to make things somewhat similar, let's quickly just drop saturation because these so obviously need to get dropped. Okay, so it looks a little more similar. Cinematic smooth style, really drop the clarity. You can see how that blooms, softens the image. And then texture, so it's not too soft because this is so high and the highlights get quite soft, especially. Looks kind of nice. Want that. See in his, you know, softness. You need that little bit of glow. Okay, so just our whole image looks a little warm. Okay, we need lots of blues in this image. So we're just going to start off with temperature down. Okay, so that just That just cooled down the whole image a bit. Blacks. So blacks, I'm just like viewing, trying to match them up. Okay, so just remember again that these are already done, and then I'm going to show you the important role they play later on. But we're kind of thinking about exposure at the moment, so I'm going to come down to vignetting. We just want, since the subject is in the middle, and it definitely helps with the foreground, side ground, in the eye. So midpoint, we're going to leave 3, and then so it's got to be feathered a bit so it looks natural. And then we don't want it to affect this area, so that's why the highlights, bring the highlights up. While we're here, no grain. Okay, let's make the most obvious quick adjustments. Let's bring the greens down again. And yellows around here. Oranges need to come down a bit. The reds down a little bit. There's too many blues. You can see his blues are pretty much gone. We're gonna really drop those blues. And then aquas, yeah, you can see that in there.
So most photographers think they know Lightroom really well, but when it comes to creating styles, there's this whole world of different techniques. I've made the world's first program for building your style. So you get all these different styles and we learn the why behind adjustments, in depth about color. It's the fastest way to get to the style you want, because when you understand like color theory so well and you learn Lightroom so in depth, and then you know all these different styles, you know how to pick the right edit for the photo, okay? Because we have all these different styles in one place, and it just really speeds up learning. It really lets us skip the guessing. We immediately just have transparency and knowledge on how to get these styles, because we have so many pros teaching. I'm there making sure people can get these pros results onto their images. It's a really foolproof way to get your style, a course that every single photographer needs. And I've spent over $50,000 consulting all these amazing photographers, getting their raw images, tell me exactly how you edit, and I've just like brought it all into one place. All these different styles, the raw image, the presets, the step-by-step lessons, so that we can really learn.
Do some work in split toning. So we can see warm tones here. We look a little blue. In the shadows, we're just gonna put a bit of warmth. Okay, see how that matches his now. So in the shadows, about that, but we're not gonna go all the way. Okay, and then in the highlights, so we've got a cool blue, so it gets this warm and cold split going on. A long way there with the colors. Now I want to come to calibration. Calibration is important for his style. I've worked with his images a lot before. I've done a few tutorials with them before. So I kind of know what's going on here. It's quite complicated in calibration. It's hard to explain. After ages of just trying to match his edits, you can see how this brings out the warm tones. And you can get his presets if you want, but I'm going to show you everything. So I like to play in calibration to try to match people's styles. So, see how we get more of a purple, the reds here. Okay, I'm gonna go that far. I'm gonna go here. See how like we've got too many reds and stuff. So let's go to the right, and we're gonna make them more blue. Not quite that far. And then we need to desaturate. Okay, so you might be thinking we look too blue or not enough color. Well, let's come up to HSL. So greens, more warm. Then the yellows. So yellows are very often in your greens. Go about there. And what can also affect your colors and how they look is just luminance. This is the brightness of your colors, and this is a good color to bring out. It just all the light hitting this area. Go about there. Oranges. See how it looks deeper if we go left. a little brighter. Go this way. Greens, deepen the greens, blues. So I'm looking out here mostly when I'm doing this, but brighter. Purples, go up just a touch, and then saturation. See how there's a bit of purple here actually. Quite a bit in the image. Usually there's not that much. So this definitely needs to come down. Okay, now is an important time to come back to the filters. So exposure, we want up because we want to exaggerate the shadows. See how, so this has already done this one, okay? So dark over this side of the image, and then we are gonna add the opposite darkness, brightness and warmth over this side, okay? So creating kind of more depth to the image by just exaggerating the darks and the brights, okay? And then we need warmth. See how that brings out the oranges. So again, so the filters are doing the same as split toning or color grading like we knew of before. Blue and warm tones. Okay, we're complementing these two tones, and then we're also doing that with the filters here. Okay, so we're adding some warm tones over here, we're adding some blue tones, darkening the image over here, get this nice split. So highlights will give more of a glow, and it can look quite nice because like we have flattened the image so much by this. See how like the whole image gets quite flat with the whites and the highlights down, and then you come in with a filter and put a nice glow out to the left. Quite nice. Okay, the warmth down a bit overdone. Okay, we are about there. The only difference, I would play in the curves here. So it's a lot of playing around with curves, especially when you're trying to get that final bit to match a style. I think we need more like orange, more warmth. So I'm going to do it in the curves. Pull this to the right, and as you can see, there's yellow over here, there's blue up here. We are adding more yellow when we move a point this direction. Okay. So if I just reset what I just did, you can see how we're quite blue and desaturated. Bring it back. Just going a little bit to the right makes a huge difference. And then we might want, so if I come over here, if we zoom in, maybe we can see it. I think there's a bit more blue in his highlights. So we're going to come over here. Remember, this is the brightness spectrum. And then this is which color do you want to work with. So we want blue, you can see it over here, yellow, and then this is just the brightness spectrum. So we're working with pretty bright whites over here. A bit more blue, little bit, hardly notice it. But now, so in 3 different tools, color grading, warm and cool split, filters, we did a warm and cool split, exaggerating that, and curves by adding a little extra yellow in the shadows and blue up in the highlights. So there's a lot of different places that we're trying to enhance the warm and cold split. And then I think just down here, yeah, we need to bring back, we need to really darken the split. Okay, let's just review some adjustments, important adjustments for a style. You can see if we got rid of this curve, how we don't have that fade. Okay, let's bring it back. Now it's more like his. So we need this fade here. I would maybe even do it a touch more. In this, trying to get it the exact same, pretty close. So the background, he's pretty bright out here. Well, this is his image, so pretty bright. You can see how it's like blending in with the background. So that's how I know not to like do that in the curves. Keep that point up. Another super important aspect was the clarity. You can see how more softer, like this is a morning, you can see all the mist. So really helps to go for that soft glowy look, and then texture sort of stops it from being too soft and glowy. Another important part was like really dropping the contrast, really dropping the highlights and whites. Okay, you can see how the image just isn't as flat, kinda. I still like it like this, but I personally like seeing the highlights and whites dropped. Another important adjustment, not so much, but luminance, kind of darkening the greens was quite important here. Okay, deepening them and then brightening the yellows. Split toning, bringing a bit of warmth into the image, especially the shadows here. In terms of sharpening, so his style is very smooth, so I would actually drop the sharpening here completely to 0. Okay, very, very smooth. So most people will like increase the sharpening, but you can see how that like sharpening is micro contrast. So if you want a smoother looking low contrast image, drop the sharpening. If I zoom in around here, I'm just noticing his has a tiny bit more blue. So I'm just thinking curves, maybe around here, or up or to the left, just a touch. And then we get way more blue. I think we're a bit more similar now, because if I just bring that back, you can see maybe we're a little warm, especially if I look along this grass here. I think there's more blues in his image. And then let's just bring back what I did in the curves. See how we just went up? Now there's a bit more blue. So out to the left here, again, let's go over, the filters were really important. See how this filter just added so much glow out to the left, out here. But we still get this overall whole image flatness, dropping the highlights. See how dynamic the lighting goes when we work with filters. We got really close to his edits. I really like his style. Moody, cinematic, underexposed, faded out. Comment down below who you guys want to see, what you guys want to see.
Lightroom tells you nothing about color. They just expect you to know all these rules to color. You can really start to learn to create your own style, emulate styles, pick and choose styles, make the right adjustments to photos to achieve the style you want. Links in the description, and catch you in the next one.